Hi friends, welcome to Tutor's Funny channel. Today I am going to teach how to make the reset password using vb.net. If you enter the username and password 3 times wrong, it goes to the reset password form to reset your password. Okay, let I show the demo first. Here first time you enter the username and password, incorrect. Second time, incorrect. Third time, incorrect. Now you are entering the fourth time. If you are enter the username and password fourth time, if you click login button, you can see the message username or password incorrect, reset the password. If you click OK, it goes to the it asks the email address, which email address you have created your account. So you have to enter the email address. If you enter the wrong email address, click OK. It's message display wrong email ID. You have to enter the correct one. Here you have to enter the correct one and click OK. It goes to the form which is a reset password form along with the username. Okay. Now you will be able to change the password. Here there will be two text boxes available. This one should be you have to type the password. This one should be you have to confirm the password. What is the password you are type in this text box? The same password you have to enter here. Okay. So if now you enter the password here, you have typed the password here. If you click reset, here the message display password are not equal. Please check and try again. Okay. So you have to enter the password. The same what you enter here, the same password you have to confirm here. Okay. If you enter different password here and here, it is wrong message will be displayed. If you enter the what you entered here, the same password you entered here and click reset, now you can get the message password successfully changed, please log in again. So click OK. It redirect to your login page here. Okay, redirect to your login page, and here you have to enter the correct username and password. Click login button. You will be able to log in the system. Here, welcome to main form. You will be able to log in the system. This is the system I am going to teach step by step. Okay, let's go to the lessons. Go to the file, new, project. Select Visual Basic, Windows application. You have to give the project location where you want. I gave F drive to save the files. Click OK. Now your new project has been successfully created. This is the blank form. Here this form I am going to create the username and password. So go to the toolbox. Get to label control first. So double click. You have to arrange it. I need two text box control. Here you have to align them. This one should be username. You have to change the text as username. Press enter key. This one should be password. Right. Now here I am going to change the password text box type as password sharp. Right. After that I am go to the toolbox and drag the one button here. Right. This one should be login button. Right. That's the only thing we have need. Shall we change the name as the form title as we change it as login. That's the only thing we have to need. Right. successfully designed the login form. Now what I'm going to do is here, go to the database. I'm connecting with SQL database. So let's close them here. Go to the search here, SQL Management Studio, this one. I installed SQL Server 2012, Microsoft SQL Server 2012. Now connect. Right, now what I'm going to do is go to the database. Here I'm going to create the database as something else. Now I'm going to create here as LOLLA. This is the company name, something, right? LOLA. Click OK. Any name you can create the database. As a sample, I'm create as LOLA, right? This database I'm going to have a tables. Okay, this, if you click this one, this plus, if you expand this, there will be the table folder available. Right click on the table folder, there will be the option new table. Click on this. Here you will be able to create the table columns. First one I need ID. Here let me change it as integer. Right, this one should be username. Should be WhatsApp. 50 characters. Last one should be password. Right, this one should be WhatsApp, 50 characters. Right, that's the only thing we have to fill the form. This one should be, we will change it as auto increment. So go to the columns property folder. There will be the property identity specification. Its defaulty it's no. Here you have to change it as yes. Yes. Here increment by default come as 1. Right, you have to change this to stuff. After that you have to save. It asking for the table name. So you have to give as login. That's a table name you have to give. Right. Click. Now you successfully create the database and table. Right. Table name is login. Database name is this. Right. Now let's go to the form. Here, this is the form. Let's go. Now here what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to first double click on this login button. Here I am first I'm going to import the library. So import system dot data dot SQL client. You have to import the library first. Okay, this is the SQL library. After that what I'm going to do is here I'm going to create the variables first. So how to create the variable in VB.NET dim, import the dim keyword. After that I'm going to create the variable name is counter. This is important as integer. This is a count, how many times you are attempt to login. Right. After that I'm going to create another variable as dim connection variable, CONN. This is a connection variable you have to create as SQL connection. SQL connection. Right. SQL connection, CONN, SQL connection. After that dim dr as SQL data reader. Right, that's the only thing we have to need. Right, final stuff is we have to, now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to establish the connection between SQL Server and our VB Visual Basic.NET. So here I'm going to provide the connection. So how to provide the connection is new SQL connection. Here I'm going to give the path of that. So server equal dot mean local machine database. Here you have to give the database name here. What's the database name? LOLA. That is my database name. LOLA After that, I am not enter any this one username and password. Here while logging the SQL server, I am using Windows authentication. I am not going to enter any username and password, so that you have to here enter, you have to give here is simple stuff is integrated security true, right? Integrated security true. Security equal, here we have to give as true, right? That's the stuff you have to type. Okay, now you are successfully established a connection here, right? Now let's go here, go to the button here, this one. Now here what I'm going to do is, here first I'm going to create two string variables. First one is dim username as string, other one is a dim password. Instead of creating like this, we have to create one line. It's very easy. Username and password as a data type string, right? Now here what I'm going to do is, here username equal, we have to select the password text box, username text box properties. We have to change the names. We have to change the name as, this one should be txt user. Press enter key to change the name. Right click properties. We have to change this one as a txt pass. Right, successfully changed. Okay, press enter key, then only it apply. When you change the name, press enter key. Okay, that's important stuff. Now you have to equal into the relevant variables. This one should be txt user dot text. This one should be password. This variable I am getting here equal into txt pass dot text. What I did so far is, when you run the application here, what is the wrong? The connection wrong. Keyword database, right. The problem is here, database I am wrong, right? Now here, now it's correct. Here, when the user type on this text box and this text box, what happen is, this data should be assigned to the relevant variables. Okay, if you type this, because this name is txt user of this text box name, this text box name is txt pass, what you are typing here, these are assigned to these relevant variables, right? All the data, these variables available, right? Username and password. Now what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to, here let's, this one we should cut off, Control X to cut off this one, and here we have to put here, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to write the count. If count, I'm going to check counter, this one, counter greater than 3, the user enter greater than 3, it is counting. When you log in username and password, if you are attempt, it is counting here. So that I have to create the variable count. It's more than 3 times. So what happen is, message display as, so message display as message box dot show. So we have to write the message as username and password correct, incorrect, username password incorrect, reset the username, reset the password, right? That's the stuff you have to write. Okay, that's the stuff you have to write. So here you have to give the enter the form name where you are going to reset the password. So first you have to add the form, project, add Windows form. You have to create the new form. This one we have to call it as defaultly come as 2. Here we have to change as email form. Right, this one email form. Now here what I am going to do is, here user should enter their email. What is the email address they created their account? So here you have to label, you have to write this here as, put the label simply, enter the email address. Right, leave the spelling, right, leave the space here. Right, now if you want to increase the size of that font, you will be able to increase size here. Right, perfect. Now I need one text box. We have to drag here. Here you will be able to enter the email address. Here we need one button. This one should be OK. Change the text as OK. Right, that's it. That's the thing we have to need. If you want to change the name, right click, properties, go to the name. Here we have to change it as txt email. Right, that's the thing we have to fill. Right, now what I'm going to do is, here first, if the user attempt 3 times wrong, enter three times wrong username and password, it goes to reset password form. So not reset password form, it's sending to the email form.pb. so we have to enter the email form dot show. We have to give as a show. Right, okay, that's the stuff you have to do. This is security purpose, we have to put this additional form. Okay, if the user enter the valid email, it is goes to the reset form. Okay, valid email. Right, now what I'm going to do is, here I need to create one more columns here. I didn't create this. This is a email. I would create the email. Right, email voucher. Email, this one should be voucher. Let me voucher. That's it. Now let me save all the stuff. After that, select the login table, right click, edit top 200 rows, this one. Here this one should be auto increment, the ID should be here. Name I am going to type as John. Password I am going to give as 123. Email address I am going to give as john@gmail.com. That's the stuff you have to do. Right, that's the stuff you have to do. Now I successfully enter the username, password and email address. Now let's save all. Right, now let's check. Now you have to execute the code here. Right, now can you check here? Now if you select all the stuff here, this is your username, this is your password, this is your email address. Right, now let's double click on the login button. Here what I'm going to do is, here if the user login, we have to check the SQL part here. Open the connection first. Here we have to create the variable above. Here we have to create as dim SQL as string. Right, now I am going to check the username and password match or not. Okay, here we are going to write the get the variable here, SQL equal, we have to write the query for the and check whether the username and password match or not. Select all from What's the table name? Login is a table name where username equal single quotation, double quotation, double quotation, single quotation. Here we have to write as a 2 and signs. Here we have to pass the variables names. This is the variable, right? When the user type on this text box, it's assigned to the variable this. We have to check. It is check on this column. It is matched with which column? It's matched with this column, right? So and we have to write another things. Password equal into the same thing. Instead of writing, we have to copy. This one we no need. Additionally, we have to write the same thing. We have to write single quotation to where the single quotation is starting, it is ending. Here you control C copy and you have to paste here. Here you have to put the comma here starting from the comma, it's ending here, right? We have to close it here, right? That's the only thing we have to write here. This one you have to change it as a password. This one should be password, this password, right? Check if both are equal. Database and your form data should be match. What happens is we have to write the SQL command. So I didn't write the command object here. Dim cmd as SQL command. Create the SQL command here. You have to get the command cmd equal new SQL command. Here we have to put two stuff, SQL query comma connection. We have to give both connection, right? That's the stuff you have to give. After that, what I'm going to do is here we have to dr, we have to data reader. You have to get the data reader. We have to read the data of the columns. cmd dot execute reader. This one you have to get the execute reader. This one you have to get it, execute reader. Execute reader. Now here it is reading if dr dot read right. Press enter key. Here we have to check equal true. True mean if the username and password match. Dr equal true mean if the username and password match, it is sending to the main form. So let's add the form name as main. Form main. If main, except for main form, you are sending the main form, right? That's stuff you have to do. Here we have to put one label and write the success message here. Welcome to main form, right? Press enter key and we have to increase the size as well. Click OK, right? Perfect, right? Now here what I am going to do is here we have to write the name. If m main dot show. The current form we have to hide. Current form means this one. If it is success, the current form should be hide. Current form means this login form should be hide. Show this form, right? That's the stuff you have to write. After the else, we have to show the message as here as message box dot show. So we have to write as user name and password incorrect, right? You have to save the message. Okay, for password will right. What is the difference between this? Yes, this is executed when the login is when you execute the first time login attempted, second time this one executed, third time also executed. The user attempt more than third time it is working this. It is all one is this one will be count. So here we have to write one stuff. I didn't write it here as one. What is this is here you have to write another stuff is count. That should be must here. Right here we have to write as a count. Get a count variable here equal count plus 1. We have to count. Plus 1 mean count. It will be counting. Right. That's the stuff you have to write. Right. That's the only thing we have to write. Everything fine. Incorrect, right. Now finally we have to close the connection as well. Here con dot close. Close, right. Close it. Now that's the only thing we have to write. Now let's check this one. Let's check. Now here we have to write another one stuff is here. We have to put this a try. Right. Here we have to all the codes we have to put into the Control X to cut off this one. We have to put inside the try block. Right. Extra phase we have to remove them. Here we have to put it as here as message box dot show ex dot message. Right. If you get any wrong of the SQL or any statement, this message will be displayed here. This is a try and catch, so that I have put. If there is any error of this try block, it's passing to the catch block to show the error. Okay, this is important stuff. When you write the program, first time you have to write import the try and catch block. I forgot to write for the first time, so that I have to write like this. Now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Let's execute the program here. Now here if you type the right username, let's type the right username as John, password is 123, click login button. Here it's login successfully if you enter the correct username and password. Right, the stuff is correct. Now the one thing I didn't forget it, me.hide. This one should be me.hide. The current form should be hide. If it is login successfully, me.hide mean current form should be hide. Right. Now let's check. Now I'm going to check here. John 123, click login. Here it's successfully login. Right. Now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to test the here another thing we have to put, select on the form, and here when the form is loaded, it is starting position should be at the center. Select the form and change the property as start position as center. Right. The same thing you here as well. This form as select this form, change the property as start position center screen. Right. Okay. Now let's check again. Here if you write the wrong username and password, here username or password incorrect, but the text box not clear. So let's go here and we have to change the text. If it is username and password incorrect, you have to change the things. txt user dot clear, here txt pass dot clear. Right. If it is clear and it is focus on the user dot focus, it is focus on the user text box. Right, this text box it is focused. Right. Now let's check. Here is username and password incorrect. Second time you are login, username and password incorrect. If you login, username and password incorrect. The fourth attempt, if you are attempt to login, username or password incorrect, reset the password. The fourth time, if you that's the code I wrote here. If the user login more than third times, here username and password incorrect, reset the password. The message will be displayed here. This message will be displayed here. Otherwise display this message. Okay. If the username and password incorrect for one time, this message will be displayed. If you attempt more than 3 times, this message will be displayed and it's set into the password, and go with the next form. Okay, now if you click OK, it's go with the form which is a enter the email address. So that is also something we have to write here. Additionally, what is here is we have to hide the form. So me dot hide, this one should be me dot hide, right? Is me dot hide. That's the stuff we have to write. Right, that's the stuff you have to write. Now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to create the another form which is a reset form. So let's go to the project, add Windows form. Here we have to write as a reset form. Set form. Click add button. The reset form. What I'm going to do is here I need 3 labels, 1, 2, 3. I need 3 text box as well. One, two, three. Right. This one we have to change it as, right click properties, you have to change it as username, this one you have to change it as a password, this one instead of the reset password you have to change as confirm password, confirm password, right. I need one button for reset form. Drag on the form, right click properties, here it change it as reset. Right, that's the only thing we have to write. Now let's execute the program and check. Right, now what I'm going to do is here I go to the email form. Let's double click on the OK button. Now here first I'm going to import the SQL namespace. Import system.data.sql client. After that we have to write the, we no need to write, we already wrote those stuff. Here we have to this connection and SQL reader, all the stuff we have to copy this one, all the stuff you have to copy this one, Control C to copy this one, and we have to paste here. We don't need to write. Right, now here what I'm going to do is here first I'm going to write the query here. So here we have to write, first one is a try. Inside this try we have to write first one is a query. So SQL equal select all from login table equal single quotation, double quotation, double quotation, single quotation. Here we have to write here as and signs. Here we have to write as a this text box name. What is the text box name we have to write here is, this one should be text email. So we have to here we have to create the variable, you have to create a variable here as email. So you have to create the variable here as email equal txt email.text. When the user enter the email address, it's assigned to the variable the email. So you have to call here, right? You have to call here, right? After that we have to write. That's the only thing we have to do. After that what I'm going to do is here I have to get the SQL command equal new SQL command. We have to call two stuff, SQL query comma SQL connection. After that we have to open the connection first. Press enter key. After that, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to create two variables here. Dim, here we have to create first one is a name, username, uname as string, another stuff is dim user id, uid as, we have to change it as string. You have to create two variables, string variables. You have to create two variables, right? After that, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to get the variable here. So uname equal here we have to open the connection. We have to write another stuff is here. I forgot to write dr equal cmd dot execute reader. After that, we have to execute reader if dr dot read we have to cut off this one. We have to put here. You have to put here as uname. We have to write here as dr. We have to write the column name properly here. What is the username here is, we have to put it here. What is the username here? Username column. This is the username. You have to write the properly here. Username. This one. Along with the ID. What's the ID? You have to get the ID uid. This one. Equal into here the same thing. Control C to copy, Control V to paste here ID. Right. That's the term we have to write. Now here, if the user enter the correct email, it is go along with the name and ID to the reset form. That's why I have wrote here. Select all from login email. If the email is fine, it's reading the email where the email is in your table. It's read and get the username to this variable. This password is get to the variable, and it is sending to the next form. Right. Now here what I'm going to do. If the email address is correct, it is visiting the form reset form.vb, this form. So along with the username and ID, this is the email address. If you enter along, it goes visit to the reset form along with the username and ID. So you have to give here as well. Reset form dot, what is the text box you are going to passing this username as txt user. This text box you are going to pass. So you have to enter here. What is the value you are going to pass? Uname. Right. The email address belongs to that particular name, so it's go here. Right. After that, another stuff is you are going to write here is, reset form dot, we have to write as go to this form. We have to write here is create a ID, public ID as string. Right. Why I create the ID is, this data should be, this username data should be, the uname data should be passing to this text box. This ID is stored on this variable. So ID equal this ID. Right. That's the stuff we have to write. Success. Now another one all the stuffs are now correct. Now what I'm going to do is the next step. If the above things are if your email address is not correct, what happen is, go write the else part. Here we have to write the message as message box show. Here we have to write the message as here invalid email address. Try again. Right, that's the stuff you have to write. Right. After, now let's run the program. There will be the building error, so let's know what is the error. Here username should be error. What is the error? Here text user dot text. You have to write is a text dot text. Okay, so we have to pass into this username into this text box, so that we have to call the property as well. ID no need, because I am this ID I am going to store in this variable, this local variable I am going to store in this variable, public variable I am going to store. Right, that's the stuff I am going to do. After that is we'll see everything is correct. Select all from login. Here we have to write the query. He didn't write the query. Select all from login where email equal into this email. What is the email you are typing? It is equal to the table email. It is checking. Right, I didn't write the query here. Okay, I didn't complete here. So let's execute the program and check whether it's working fine or not. Let's project. Right, now let's check login. Now if you enter the wrong username and password more than 3 times, 4th attempt it's display the message username or password incorrect, reset the password, click OK, successfully visit this form, enter the email address. Now here you have to type the wrong email ID, click OK, invalid email address, try again, message will be displayed. Now I am going to write the correct email ID john@gmail.com, click OK. What is the wrong? Go to the email form here. So here let's put it to the message box. What is the wrong here as well? Dot show. Otherwise we didn't identify the error. What is the error of that? So let's go here and check. Enter the 3 times wrong. Right here, go to the form. Here if you enter the correct john@gmail.com, what happened here? Click OK. Connection was not closed, connection currently open. Right, that's the error was that. Here this open, but I haven't closed the connection. That is the error. Okay, so that we have to write the try and catch block. You have to easy to identify the error. So we have to stop the program. You have to write connection dot close. Right, now let's start. Click OK. Let's close the form. What is the error? Go here. There will be no error. You have to write the show message, show method, then only the things will be shown on the page of reset form.vb. That's a error. Reset form.vb.show. You have to call this function. Right, now let's execute the program. Enter the username and password wrong, second time, third, fourth. Now we visit the enter the email address form. Now we have to write the correct email. To type the correct email, click OK. Now you will be able to visit the reset.vb form. Right, perfect. Now let's go to the reset form. Here double click on this one. First I am going to check what I am going to check is this password and confirm password. First we have to check if these two password is match or not. Right, so go here, we have to first we have to write here is if. So write here is if. So write txt password dot text txt confirm dot text. Press enter key. Here we have to write what I'm going to write is message box dot show. If it is not match, if both not match, here what I'm going to do is it show the error as password are not equals, please check and try again. Right, you have to write like this. After that, comma, error, comma, message box buttons dot OK. Here we have to show the error message, comma, message box icon error. Right, this stuff you have to show. Right, after that we have to, if it is, yeah, we have to clear them. So we have to txt pass dot clear, txt confirm dot clear. Right, if it is not both match, it is clear on the text box and it is focused on again to enter the username and enter the password dot focus. Right, after that, else if it is both match, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to go to the email validation form, double click here, we have to copy this one, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste here. Right, what is the error is we have to import the namespace, import system dot data dot SQL client. We have to import the namespace. Right, after that what I'm going to do is here I'm going to write the SQL variable. Here we have to write the query SQL. Here we have to write the query as update query. We have to write update login set password equal, we have to equal into the this password, we have to equal this one, confirm password. This text box we are getting, okay, this one we have to type the password, same type password you have type here, this password we are getting, okay. So we have to avoid the errors, so that we have to put 2 times we have to type the password. So right, you have to write right here. What I'm going to do is here write as txt confirm dot text. We have to update the password of confirm password, we have to update. Right, okay, that's the stuff you have to do it. After that we have to write this here is where id equal into single quotation double quotation, sorry, here it's single quotation double quotation double quotation single quotation. Here we have to write as a to and sign. Here we have to write as a id. This id should be this id, okay. If the user this id along with the id, you are sending the id of this form, this id you are sending to this form, this is goes and store the variable this one, this is the id you have to give here for update, okay, because id should be unique, so that we have to get the id and we have to update the records. Right, now what I'm going to do is see, after that we have to call the cmd equal new command, SQL command. Here we have to type SQL query comma connection. Right, after that we have to open the connection. open, we have to run the query. So cmd dot execute non-query, right? That's the stuff we have to write. If cmd dot execute non-query, you have to write here as press enter key. We have to write as, if it is correct, message should be displayed as password successfully changed. Changed. Right. Here we have to write the title as please log in again. Please log in again, the title. Comma, we have to, not here title, we have to write like this, please try again, right? Please log in again, title as success, comma, this one is a message box, sorry, message box buttons, okay, comma, message box icon information, right? The stuff you have to write success. Now after that, what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to do another stuff is here is form. You have to visit the form. If you get this message, success message, you have to visit which form? First form 1 form. Okay, so you have to give this here form 1 dot show. You have to form 1 dot show. So you have to write this, call the form 1, right? After that, we have to do another important stuff is application. This one as well, application dot restart. We have to restart the application again. Okay, you have to restart the application again. Okay, after that you have to go to the form. Okay, now let's execute the things. We will see whether it's working fine or not. If you enter the wrong password, right, now you have to enter the email address. It asks him to enter the email address. If you enter the correct email ID, you will be able to visit the form, reset form here. Now what I'm going to do is here, you have to enter the password. We have to type the password text box. So we enter the password. If you type the like this, if you click reset here, it is asking, telling a password are not equal, please check and try again. So if you enter the correct password, if both are match, click reset, password successfully changed, please log in again. Click here, it didn't go, alright, it is goes to the form here. It successfully goes to the form here. It successfully goes to the form. Now you enter the correct username and password, click login. Sorry, John is a username, password 123, click OK. Here you will be able to successfully visit the main form like this. I have to do one more thing here. This form should be displayed at the center. Then here the email address, here we have to, what I'm going to do is here, it show, if the user enter the correct email ID, it show to the form, reset form. The same time we have to me.hide, we have to hide the current form. That should be the must, right? That's the stuff you have to do. If you change these things as well and you have to try, it should work. I hope you guys you understood my tutorial lessons. If you have any doubts, you can ask me anytime. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe me. Thank you for watching.